Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video I am going to be unboxing and reviewing this Xiaomi Smart Band 8. So I purchased this for £40 here in the UK, but let's get into it, have a look around the box. We've got some information on the sides here for the features of the watch, what it includes, but let's crack this open. Peel off this little tab here, slide off the outside case, put that to the side, and then we're presented with the user manual here, so I'll have a quick read of that. And then we have the proprietary charging cable here. Seems like a decent length, obviously not too long, so let's just put this stuff away and then get the watch out of this packet here. So this is obviously a bit of a different form factor to what I'm used to. So jumping straight into the design and build, this is a stainless steel, I believe, casing on here. And as Xiaomi put it, it's reinforced glass case. Around the back we've got the 6-axis sensor and the heart rate sensor. And this watch does come with ambient light sensor as well, so that's good to have on a cheap budget watch. So here the pins at the bottom to take the watch straps off. These are TPU ones included in the box. And we can see the connectors there. And then just simply click it back into place. So that's nice and easy. Showcase it on the wrist. Looks alright, I guess. I'm not used to, like I said, this kind of thinner, more bracelet type of look, but you know, whatever you prefer really. So if we just jump up into setting this up and then having a look at the app, we are presented with the QR code here. So it's simply going to be a matter of scanning that. So if I just head over to the Mi Fitness app, and then we're just going to have to kind of set this up here, agree to these terms, and just your usual kind of information. So once that's all set up, you hit straight into the app here. We've got the home screen, but we want to add a device first, so let's just go to that. That's fine. Need to log in, add a device, and it's searching. Oh, hold on, I need to scan the code, so just use that. And that's popped up straight away, so we'll hit pay. Yes, we're happy with all of that stuff. And then on the watch, yep, would like to pay. And that's done. So just some information here on what you can expect from the watch. So the main features, I guess it's just how the gestures work. You have widgets on here, good to see. And then quick controls, that's good. And it looks like it's all done. So if we just have a look at the menu, the first tab here, we have your health, and that's got all your different metrics and logs throughout the day. And then we got workouts. We have the device itself, so a bunch of settings down here which we'll have a quick look at. So we got all of your stuff here, your heart rate, and then you can obviously pick the stuff you want to turn on and off. We got sleep, so we got advanced monitoring. We'll turn that one on. It does say it will affect battery life, but that's not a problem. Want to test this out. So you got blood oxygen, we have standing reminders, stress level, all day monitoring for that. So it's good to see these are off by default and it's not everything's whacked on, so it would have affected battery life. And then just scrolling further down, you got your generic stuff, alarm, events. You have the widget pane here, so that you can customize your widgets from there. Vibration functions, so you can dial in for whichever thing you want to set that to. So moving on to the display, it's an AMOLED display, which is really good to see on a watch at this price. And it's not flush with the screen. You can see the bezels around here, but still looks absolutely fine. Nice deep blacks on there, sharp, more than sharp enough. But we'll quickly jump into the settings and we'll have a look. So we've got brightness, you have auto function, which is obviously ambient lighting, so we'll just turn that off and then go to custom, crank that up. So 600 nits was maximum, so that's a good amount. We have auto lock, raise to wake, which you can have set as off or scheduled, so it only does that at certain times. You can set how long the screen actually stays on for. And then we have always on display, so I'm just gonna put that on for smart. Turning on always display may affect battery life. It's fine, I'd expect that anyway. And we have cover to sleep, so just slap your hand on it and I'm assuming it puts the watch to sleep. So let's just have a quick look. They're called the watch faces band displays, and we have a bunch of them here already pre-installed on the watch. And if we have a quick look, you can obviously go onto the app and customize the ones you already have on the watch, or these are the online ones they're calling them. So a bunch of different ones here that you can pick through, find ones that, you know, suit your style. Editors picks here, quite a few different ones. So you just kind of go into it and you would just hit apply. So that's always on display. I've just chosen this watch face, and that's what the always on display looks like. Just a quick comparison with my Apple Watch Series 7 here. Outside looks absolutely fine, bright enough to be seen in direct sunlight. So the screen, I'm pleased with it on here, and here's a comparison of like a close-up between the two watches. So moving on to the user interface, we'll just have a quick look to see how everything works. So swiping to the left, you have your action panel over here. So if you keep swiping, you can go through the widgets, music control. So you got play, pause, skip back, forward, volume control. We have weather widget on this side here, and then we have heart rate, and I believe that was oxygen level. Swiping from the top down is notifications, and swiping from the bottom up is just a bunch of apps on here. So you kind of got your activity kind of stuff there. I'm assuming all the rest of the functionalities of the watch. Pick your workouts. Yep, you can do running. I haven't done an activity on here yet. Heart rate, so you can, another way to kind of just quickly jump, it's like an app drawer, I guess, this bit here. So all the different apps down here. And if I press and hold, this will let us cycle through our band displays, so whichever ones you have installed on the watch, and then we'll just have a flick through here, kind of see which one. I'll do that one. You can save your changes. Yeah, that's fine. So we can now like cycle through, I believe. Yep, if you want to kind of customize the colors, so I'll just quickly flick through them here. Nope. Nah, that one looks alright. Yep, I'll do that one. And then just swiping sets it. So if we just jump back into the app and we'll have a quick look at how widgets work. So we have these ones installed, and then you just kind of hit the add button on the bottom. And then we have two layouts, so like two panel widget here. And then we can pick from a bunch of different apps here. So I'm just gonna do, let's just say, add the stopwatch. Okay, so I have to do it and then pick the second panel, and I'll just do, I don't know, flashlight. Hit done on that one. So now I've got those added. We'll just head over to the watch, see if that's actually jumped over. Yep, it's there, so you know, seamless, works good. Flashlight would be bright, I guess, if it was dark enough. So jumping into health and fitness tracking, so I've been wearing the watch for a couple of days now. I've used it for a few exercises. I've been having it track my sleep, and then just been wearing it from when I wake up till the evening, and obviously wearing it whilst I was sleeping. So we can just have a look. It's kind of gathered all my information here, my heart rate, steps that I've been doing, and to be honest, I've had a good experience with the watch. It's not as intrusive as an Apple Watch, I would say, which is a plus thing. And you know, recorded all my data absolutely fine. So you can see here my heart rate, it's been measuring throughout the day. and you kind of get like your weekly summary. You can go in from days, weeks or month. I have to say the interface on this app is pretty straightforward, quite like it. There's sleep score here, and then obviously how long you've slept, your deep, light, REM sleep, how long you're awake. So that's good to see. Plenty of information to be able to dial into how you're sleeping. And I had the blood oxygen set on, so that's obviously recorded all that stuff. And we can see, just have a look at the week view. You can go back, look at historic data. Moving down, we've got steps that it's done, and just like shows you a total calories you burnt. I guess you can say it's your normal kind of health data that you would expect from a watch band. But if we move over to workouts, so we can have an option to keep the screen on at all times, and then obviously this one is to set your goals, distance, whatever you want to do, and then you just kind of hit go, and you would have your activity started. So if you just look at that quickly, so you got your normal metrics here. Swiping to the right brings up the music player, to the left you would be able to stop or pause, and then looking down we've got pace, calories, just your usual information that you would need whilst you're actually exercising, I guess. And here's one that I've done previously. Nothing exciting, just to test it out, but recorded loads of data. Can see here intervals, heart rate, your pace, cadence, so lots of information. And you can use this as like a Pebble, Xiaomi call it, so you have to buy an additional accessory and you can strap it to your laces, and that measures apparently a lot more accurate. So I believe it's cost $7.99 to get that, to be able to do that. But you can see here we just jump into an activity on the watch itself. And it's the same thing, yeah, so you can either start it from your phone or your watch, whichever way you please. So let's just stop that one. And yeah, you have loads of workouts on here. I just wanted to quickly show a comparison between the Apple Watch and the Xiaomi Smart Band 8. So you can see it's kind of measuring in the same range. My heart rate gets a bit high when I record videos for some reason. And just a quick mention of notifications. So if you have this turned on, you can obviously receive notifications. It just gives you a little vibration. And if we just quickly look in the settings, we can see that you can choose a pin if you wanted to keep this watch secure. Battery life, Xiaomi say it takes 1 hour to charge, which it did to full, and you can get 16 days of battery life on here. But obviously you'll have to have like always on display and raise to wake turned off in order to get that. I've had this on my wrist 3 days straight and it was only down to 71%, and I would believe, so I had, you know, always on display turned on and raised to wake. So obviously the blood oxygen tracking in the sleep would have affected the battery life, but pleased so far, and I believe it would go how Xiaomi had mentioned. In conclusion, if you are into this type of watch kind of interface or style, then I guess you would be enjoying this. It's a really nice screen on here, good features for a watch at this price, and Xiaomi are good at, you know, giving you good technology at decent prices. So I've had good experience with the watch. It's had good health tracking, tracked all my data, everything I need to do. I prefer this watch over the Apple Watch Series 7 when it comes to sleep tracking, as it's like less bulky on the wrist. But you know, some people prefer the wider watches. They say it's more masculine, if you want to say that, but that's up to people individually, it's subjective. Anyway, thanks for watching guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to hit the like button, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.